The front lever is an exercise that has frustrated many. It's frustrated me in the past as well as some of my friends, and is probably frustrating a lot of people around the world right now. The most common thing people say to me is that they can hold the one leg lever for a lot of time, but they cannot do a full front lever for even a second. They can even pull up in the position, but still no dice when it comes to a full front lever. Well, here's the problem with that. When you can hold the one leg lever for 30 seconds, you will be able to hold an advanced one leg lever, not a full front lever. You cannot skip levels like that. Also, keep in mind that with a regular one leg lever, this leg is so tucked in that it might cause you to break the straight line of your other leg, and that makes it even easier. And believe me when I tell you, you will feel a significant difference between a regular and an advanced one leg lever. Especially if you're one of those that can pull up in the position, you're gonna notice just how much more difficult it is to do it in the advanced one. So holding a 30 seconds one leg lever isn't really the last step before achieving your goal. You're actually only halfway there. And after you master the advanced one leg lever, you still might not be ready for a full front lever and would have to do a straddle. The second problem is that people think you need incredibly strong abs for the front lever. The reason why the abs are activated is to hold the legs in place so your body can be straight, and that's about it. It doesn't require that much more work in the front lever than it would if you did something like this. In both of these positions, the abs are activated so your body can be straight, and the amount of pressure on the abs is almost identical. Yeah, okay, in the front lever it's gonna take more, but not that much more. So if you can keep a straight body in this position, then lower your legs and bring them back up, it's safe to say you have about enough core strength for a full front lever. The real thing you need for a strong lever is this. The back muscles are the foundation for a front lever. Yes, the abs have to take the weight of your legs so you can keep a straight line, but the back muscles take the weight of the legs, the weight of the pelvis area, and the torso, so it has to do a lot more work. Sometimes if you fail to hold the lever, you might bend in the center, and it's still not the abs' fault. The reason why your body is bending is not because your abs aren't strong enough, it's because the back won't be able to handle the bigger pressure from the straight body. And while we're at it, what are strong abs anyway? Is it visible abs? That's what most people associate it with, but that's not always the case. Here's me in 2012. I was quite lean, I had some good looking abs, and here's me now, and I'm not nearly as lean, but I can assure you these abs are stronger than these. Now that doesn't mean you should put on fat, that won't help you with a front lever. I just wanted to make the point that strength isn't just about appearance. So since we now know that the back muscles should be your priority, this is where the third and final problem comes in. A lot of people think it's pointless to do bent arm pulling exercises because the front lever is a straight arm movement. That's bullshit. Let me tell you how I achieved my front lever for the first time. It's 2012 and ripped, aesthetic and weak George over here wanted to do a front lever. He couldn't, so he asked for advice on Facebook from Zef Zakavelli. And in plain text, he just said that he never trained for the front lever directly with straight arm exercises and just got it from doing a lot of pull-ups and muscle-ups with additional weight and a lot of reps. And he really means a lot of reps. The guy can do 50 pull-ups with good form in a single set. Now at first I was like, nah man, this guy's lying. But then it hit me. I had achieved the tuck, advanced tuck, and one leg levers, all from pull-ups. I didn't do any straight arm training to achieve them. I just got them on my first try after I saw guys like him and Hannibal doing it, and I wanted to do it too. So if I can do a one leg lever with no special training, apart from pull-ups and chin-ups, then I decided that I could definitely do it all the way with pull-ups. Now that doesn't mean that straight arm training is ineffective and you should ditch it altogether. It just means that you should never forget the importance of bent arm training. In fact, after I chatted with Zeph, I didn't stop my static holds. I just started doing more pull-ups and chin-ups, which I had seriously started to neglect. So my strength started to rise and rise, and I achieved the lever by finally bringing in that balance between straight arm and bent arm training. Now that I know this, over the years there have been 3 times so far that I've had to stop training for personal reasons, and I've been able to recover my strength for the front lever each and every time I've lost it. So this method of training that I'm gonna show you now, I have tried it on myself multiple times and it has never failed me. So in the morning I do my static holds. The number one mistake people do here is they start out holding higher front lever levels that they can't do. Now, because of the frustration from failing to hold it multiple times, people start taking a lot of rest, like 5 to 10 minutes. And that's the second mistake, they take too much of a rest. The workout almost doesn't seem like a real workout anymore because there are no fixed periods of training and resting. What ends up happening is someone that came to train didn't even train. All they did was a bunch of failed holds in the span of an hour, all done randomly of course, and they didn't even bother doing a lower level front lever or any bent arm exercises. There is a difference between training for the front lever and training the lever. Right now you are training for the front lever, which means you can't do it yet and you shouldn't do it. Training for the full front lever is getting lower levels stronger and increasing bent arm strength as well. So this is what I do. I remember which level of the front lever I did in my last training and I start out with that. If you can do a lot of seconds on the one leg lever, don't start out with that. Start out with 3 holds of advanced one leg lever and then do 3 holds of the one leg lever. Then do 3 advanced tuck levers and 3 tuck levers, and that's it. So that's 12 holds. Now if you're someone who can't do a one leg or an advanced one leg or even an advanced tuck, you can only do a tuck lever, just do 12 holds of tuck lever or 6. It's, 6 to 12 holds is more than enough. You're not really gonna get that much more benefit if you do more than 12 holds in a workout session. And try to have 2 to 3 minutes of rest between holds. Now with each hold I take great care analyzing my form. I have a camera and film myself from the side so I can see everything that's going on. Sometimes I have bent arms or a bend in the body, and sometimes it comes out good. So basically just remember what was the highest level of the front lever you did in the last workout and start from there. Don't jump into a full front lever. Later on in the afternoon, it's time for bent arm training, and what I do is just very simple. 2 sets of pull-ups, 2 sets of chin-ups, and 2 sets of neutral grip pull-up. If you don't have a place to do neutral grip, just do 3 sets of pull-ups and 3 sets of chin-ups. And the entire idea is to be able to do 10 reps on each set for a total of 60 reps. When I achieve it, I put additional weight on and start all over again until I reach 60 reps again. Now, this way of improving my reps can become very easy if I don't have good form on my pull-ups. And that doesn't just mean going all the way up and going all the way down without momentum. Other things are important too, like you should always keep a straight line and not have your body arched like this, because the pull-up becomes much easier. Also, I like to have small holds at the top and the bottom, and I absolutely despise swinging back and forth. If you start going back and forth, stop the set. You fucked up your control. You're no longer controlling the exercise, it's controlling you. Let go of your ego and keep the form perfect. Otherwise, this way of progressing becomes too easy and ineffective. Pretty much, the difference between the two ways of pulling up can be best seen at the bottom of the movement. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here we have a body that's with the core relaxed, and here we have a straight line and the core is engaged. Also, this is vertical and this is more diagonal, so it's almost as if I'm going for the front lever. And this is how I've been able to recover my front lever strength 3 times now. If you want to, you can do the 12 holds and 6 sets at the same workout session, but it will be a lot harder. Also, make sure you get 2 to 3 days of rest before doing the routine again. Remember, complete recovery doesn't just mean not feeling muscle soreness, it also has to do a lot with your connective tissue. So even if you are feeling no muscle soreness the next day, that doesn't mean you shouldn't rest at least 2 days. Now let's talk about the form. Everybody knows that you need straight arms and a straight body. But that isn't the only thing. Let's take a look at this. Okay, stop. See, in this front lever, the body appears to be straight, so do the arms, but there's something terribly wrong with it. It's called scapula protraction. And there's also an incorrect line of the spine. The spine should form a nice S shape, not this. To understand better what I'm talking about, take a look at this. This is how it should be done, and this is how not to do it. This is a problem because if I rotate the image, and let's imagine there's a bar here and I'm doing a lever, look at what happens to the distance between the bar and the feet. It gets shorter, so the lever becomes a lot easier. Also, look at what happens to the distance between the bar and the stomach. It gets bigger, which means you're holding the front lever with your body lower to the ground instead of keeping it higher where it should be. This also makes it a lot easier. Now, about the protraction. It's just dangerous. You can injure a rotator cuff. It's just good to have scapula retraction. So good, in fact, that I would prefer to have bent arms over straight arms if it means keeping the correct shoulder position, which is down and back, aka depression and retraction. Now I want to talk about the different grips you can use. There are 3 grips. There's the finger grip, normal grip, and the false grip. Many people are stronger with one grip over the other. For me personally, what I feel is that the more comfortable the grip, the more your back needs to work. Think about it, the finger grip is the most comfortable because you don't get those nasty calluses on your palms, but the back has to work harder, and I also feel a lot more pressure on the forearms. With the false grip, it's the opposite. It's difficult for the grip and a lot of people can't do it, but if you can, you will notice that the back doesn't have to work as hard because you have better leverage. And of course, there's the normal grip, which I feel is the most balanced of the 3. Okay, let's go over the more important parts of this video again. 1. It's tuck, advanced tuck, one leg, advanced one leg, straddle, half lay, and then a full front lever. 2. It takes more back strength than ab strength. 3. When I say back strength, don't think only about the lats. Think about the scapula and the rhomboids as well. 4. Bent arm training is important for the front lever, and you should not neglect it. 5. Go watch some Zev Zakavelio videos. The guy's a monster. Also Plamen Peikov, Roman Myakov, and Andrei Kobelev. Thank you for watching.